Hi, seventh graders. Happy Tuesday. I hope you all had a nice Easter. Today is Tuesday, April 14th. Today we're going to be working on showing congruence real quick. Then we're going to look at practice activities, chapter 9, lesson 1 through 6. Then we're going to look at check your progress, chapter 9, lesson 1 through 6. It is in your packet with a blue sticky note on it with both of the papers. So if you could get those out and take a peek over here. So just something that 9.5 kind of shows us, and I wanted to kind of touch with you, is showing congruence. So these are two parallel lines. JM and KL are parallel, also JK and ML are parallel. So the congruent line segments, to show that JM is equal to KL, I would do one line through each. Now, JM is not congruent to JK, but JK and ML are congruent, so we would mark it with two lines. So that way you know JM and KL are congruent, JK and ML are congruent. Okay, you can do the same thing with angles as well. All right, knowing what we know about corresponding angles and interior angles and exterior angles, if these lines were extended, we could look at it and we could say, all right, well, angle J is equal to angle L. And we could say angle K is equal to angle M. So if you notice, I have it marked where K and M are the same, J and L are the same. So let's take a look and practice on this one. Sorry for spinning it. Okay, so knowing that angle L and angle N are both 75, they would get to be marked their own angles, right? So they are equal. Angle M being different will get a different marking. Okay, knowing that line segment LM is equal to line segment NM, they would both get their own marking that matches each other. Now, LN is obviously not the same, so it gets marked differently. Okay, not too bad. One more. Here we go. So, looking at our angles, angle A is equal to angle B, and angle D is equal to angle C. Notice how the markings match the angles when they're congruent. Now, looking at line AD is equal to line BC. Line DC stands alone, nobody matches it, and line AB stands by itself as well. So they get marked differently than AD and BC do. Okay, so that's how we would show congruence on a figure. Next, what I would like for you to do is please pull out your practice activities. We're going to start talking through them together. Okay, let me just get my pencil ready. I've got all my sticky notes, just in case you were wondering. Okay, so identify the figures in the diagram. So we're looking at the diagram right over here, and we've got 3 points. What's a point? An exact location in space. So if I have to put 3 points, I'm going to say point A, B, and E. Yours can be different, but just so you know, they are 1 point, an exact location in space. Next, 2 lines, okay? So lines are continuous sets. I'm not going to pick a ray. I'm not going to pick a line segment, and that is how I have to write it as well. Notice that. So I'm going to pick line AB. I'll write 2 capital letters and make sure that I have a continuous line on top. Next one, let's go EC. Now, EC is a line and it can contain different points. D is just one that's labeled. It's okay, it contains it on there. All right, 3 non-collinear points. Well, a collinear point is points that lie on the same line. So D would be with E and C. So we need 3 non-collinear points, points that aren't all lying on the same line. So let's go with A. Point A, not on the same line. Point D, all right, and this third one is going to end up being on one of those lines, but the 3 together can't equal or can't all be on the same line. So if we went with line A, line D, let's go with point A, point D, and we'll go with point C. I'm sorry about miswording that. Okay, so looking at the next one. 2 line segments. Well, a line segment is a part of a line that has 2 endpoints. So make sure that you write it properly. I'm going to go with AB. You can also choose different ones. AB, notice how I mark it. And let's go DC. Okay, the next one, 2 rays. Well, a ray is a part of a line that has an endpoint and continues indefinitely in an opposite direction. So I'm going to show you 2 different ones just because I want to make sure you know that a ray can go this way and that way. All right, 2 rays. So I'm going to go with ED, starting with the point of E and going this way. Now I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go CD. So CD, and it all depends on the way you order your letters. So CD, my ray is going this way, but I still write it like that, from left to right. Okay, 3 angles. An angle is a fixture formed by 2 rays with a common endpoint. Remember how we write it. An angle has to have 3 letters. If I only have 2 letters, it doesn't make up an angle. So my first angle is going to be AED. And you know what? Here, I'll use my marker to show you. AED. That's my first angle. AED. And then another angle. Let me get a different color. How about BAE? It does not hurt to have some colored markers or colored pencils or crayons with you to help you write through it. My last angle I'm going to do is angle CDB. CDB. Remember, when you write an angle, you need to have all the letters. Okay, number 7, 2 pairs of intersecting lines. Okay, oh boy. Let me see if I've got intersecting lines right here, sorry. 2 pairs of intersecting lines are lines that cross at exactly 1 point. Okay, well, I'm going to use my purple pen for that. Oh, I should probably leave this down until I finish it. 2 pairs of intersecting lines. Well, line AE intersects with line AB. AE intersects with AB. So that's 1 pair. Now I need to have a different one. Okay, I'm coming in with my orange marker. How about line ED with line BD? Now, the lines don't always have to have the same letters in them, but you have to watch that they are intersecting. Okay? All right, so the next one, 1 pair of parallel lines. Oh, well, I marked it up pretty good, but a pair of parallel lines, and remember how we write it. So 1 pair of parallel lines, I'm going to have my 2 parallel lines. I'm going to say AB, line segment is AB, is parallel to line segment BC. Notice D is still there, but it's just a point on my line of BC. Okay, and 1 pair of perpendicular lines. Okay, my perpendicular is in another stack, so we're going to go with it though. Perpendicular means that they equal 90 degrees. Okay, I'll show you my sticky note once I'm able to find it. It's all in different stacks lined up for this paper. Okay, so looking for that 90 degrees. So line segment AB, not line segment, line AB, could be a line segment if we wanted it to. AB is congruent to BD. You could also have done AB. Oh my gosh, is that an E? Oh shoot, that's an E, sorry. Right here, not BD. Oh, whoops, how far am I into it? Okay guys, I'm already 9 minutes into the video, so I'm not going to switch it now. I'm sorry, I marked up too much, so that is an E. So line AB is congruent with line AE, and right there is the 90-degree angle that it makes. I'm sorry about that one. That is hard for me to see. Also, the sunlight keeps shining in my eyes. So, all right, we're going to keep moving on. Sorry about that. I always have a couple of mistakes in these videos, so one day I'll be better. Name two planes. Well, I'll stick it up here. A plane is a flat, two-dimensional surface that extends indefinitely in all directions. So if I'm looking here, and I'm going to bring in my markers, plane A, B, C, and D, and I would write it like this, plane A, B, C, and D. So that's my first plane. And then we'll go with another one right here. We'll go with, this plane on the front. If you're imagining your tissue box or like a shoe box, and that would be plane A, B, F, E. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different planes you can choose from in this prism. Next, name two pairs of parallel planes. Well, we know what a parallel line is. But now we're looking at a parallel plane. Okay, so lines that are in the same plane but do not intersect. So read it like this. Planes that are in the same, or like a plane, two planes that do not intersect. Oh gosh, this is a video today, isn't it? Two planes that do not intersect. So obviously the two that I picked, they are intersecting because they're running into each other just like this. So here, you know what, actually I can use my sticky notes. They run into each other right here, right? So I'm looking for two planes that run parallel, never cross. So I'm going to go with my green plane, A, B, C, D. Plane A, B, C, D is parallel to, now I'm going to bring out my orange, this plane right down here. Just got to make sure that I write the correct labels and don't accidentally color over my letters. Plane E, F, G, H. Okay. All right, so then the next one, name two pairs of perpendicular planes. Well, remember perpendicular are, so read it as planes that intersect at right angles. So my A, B, C, and D, that top one, I should make it green, intersects right with that side of A, B, F, and E. So that would be my perpendicular planes. And I would write it like this. Plane A, B, C, and D is perpendicular to plane A, B, F, E. Okay, there we go. We are grooving now. Name three lines that are skew to CD. Okay, well, skew lines are lines that are in different planes and are neither intersecting nor parallel. So I'm looking for line CD. Okay, there's my line CD. So I'm looking for skew lines. Well, first one I see is FG. And then remember, they can't be parallel. So FG. Okay. Well, what about right here? AE. They don't cross because they're not in the same plane. AE. And my last one I'm going to go with is BF. Oh, I have to be careful with this purple so I don't accidentally not be able to see my letters anymore. Okay, so working on that. We're working through it. Now we're grooving. Here we go. Next one. Name the interior points. Well, oh, here's my stickies. Okay. My interior points are all of the points in the plane between the two rays. Exterior are all the points on the plane that are not part of the angle, so laying on the lines, or the interior. So let's use my markers to help me figure this out. So, sorry I'm moving my paper too much. Okay. Name the interior points of angle USY. So I'm going like this. Starting from U, I'm connecting the dots. USY. Okay. So now all my interior points. Okay, so my interior points are V, W, X. Okay, now interior points are all the points in the plane between the two rays. Okay, exterior points are all the points in the plane that are that are not part of the angle or its interior. So now I'm wondering, and I'm asking you, what do you think? Do you think point Y and point U count as interior, or do they count as well, obviously they don't count as exterior, but do they count as interior? Let's talk about that at class today, okay, when I see you guys at Zoom. All right, name the exterior points of TSX. All right, so let me get my marker. I'm following the line. TSX. So they want to know the interior points of TSX. All right, same thing. And if somebody can open their book and look through and see, this is my little riddle for you. Does it count if it is on the ray to be an interior point? So the other ones, we've got U, V, W for sure. U, V, W. Okay. Name 3 obtuse angles. Obtuse angles are angles that are greater than 90. Well, I for sure have one right here. Let me use my color. TSV is 120. So, angle TSV. Okay, the next one. Ooh, I'm going to have to add some of them up, right? So, let's see. Greater than 90, less than 180, right? Because that is a reflexive angle, right? So it's got to be less than 180. So I've got to be careful when I'm adding things up. If I were to do right here, ZST and TSU and add them together to make angle ZSU, that'd be 180. That's too big. Okay, right here, if I went TSY, that's 190. That's too big, right? So I'm looking for something. I'm finding the sweet spot between bigger than 90, less than 180. Okay, well, what about this? 60 and 40. Ooh, that's not bad. So what angle is that? TSV. 60 and 40 equals 100, so that's not bad. So angle, oh, did we just do TSV? Oh, we have TSV. TSV. This one right here is TSZ. Guys, I'm sorry. The sun is really bright into my eyes today when I'm recording, and I'm too far in to switch it now, but at least we know both of those are equal. And I hopefully you caught my mistake. Okay, greater than 90. So if we went ZSX, 70 plus 20, oh, that equals 90. We can't do that. But what about this? Let me find a color I haven't used yet. What if I went ZSW? That gives me 70 plus 20 plus 40. Well, 20 plus 40 is 60. 60 plus 60 is 120, so that'd be 130. So it's less than 180. Okay, I'm going to go with that one. ZSW is my last. ZSW. Notice that all of my middle letters is S because that is my vertex. Okay, name 3 acute angles. Okay, this is much easier for me. We're going to go right here. YSX, that's 20 degrees. Because, let me pull my sticky, an acute angle is less than 90 degrees. So, angle YSX, there's 1. Angle XSW, that's 2. And angle, oh, that's 10 degrees. Oh, yeah. WSV. WSV. And there are other ones, so you can pick the other ones if you don't want to go along with me. Last one, name 2 right angles. Okay, well, this one we're looking, hey, we had that one. Angle ZSX is 70 plus 20. That's 90 degrees, right? Because right angle equals 90. So angle ZSX. Notice my middle letter is always going to be S. It will never be anything else. Okay, what else could equal 90? 60 plus 40, nope, that's 100. Ooh, what about this? 40 plus that 10 plus that 40. Oh, I like that one. All right, I'm bringing in the purple for that. Right here, 40 plus 10 plus 40. So angle USX. Nice. USX. Okay, sometimes it takes you a little bit of time to see it. That's why sometimes, and this also might be helpful with colored pencils instead of markers. Learn from my mistakes. Name a straight angle. Oh, wait. Oh, here's straight angle. I have it sticking over on here because we got another one. Name a straight angle is an angle that equals 180 degrees. Oh, we did that before. 120 plus 60. So angle ZSU. ZSU. Great. And you could find a different one if you wanted. Maybe if you added up all of these. Give it a try if you want. You can tell me about it at Zoom. Okay, on a separate sheet of paper, you are going to need your protractor and a straight edge to draw an angle with each given measure. So, here's my piece of paper. Let me make sure I can see it on the camera. All right, so for number 20, now we have the steps for this. We know how to do it. First, we start with a straight line. Then I place my point. I'm making it up. I put my point there. Then I'm going to bring my little hole here and match it directly with my point. The line on my protractor matches the line on my piece of paper. And the number 20, they asked us to go to 45. So I'm starting at 0 and I'm going 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. It's right between 40 and 50. 45. Then all I have to do is connect the dots. And I'm going to add my little arrows there, and I'm going to write 45 degrees. Now, I can go back through and do my little checklist. Is this an acute angle? Because it's less than 90 degrees. Oh, yeah, it's tiny. It's a cute little angle. Perfect. We're on to our next one. Number 21. They asked for 108 degrees. So, going through the same steps, I'm going to make my line. I'm going to add my point. Then I'm going to take the hole in my protractor and line it up with my point. Line my line on my protractor with the line that I just made. And we are going to make 108 degrees. So I'm starting at 0. I'm not starting at 180. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Here's 110. So 109, 108. Okay, and remember, it's going to be pretty close. As long as you're not making it look crazy, it's going to be pretty close. There is some user error, and that's okay. So then I connect my lines, and I'm going to label in here 108 degrees. Okay, the next one, 22. Oh, I am glad that I like to do these. 22 is a 90-degree angle. Oh, good. Okay, so first I'm going to make my line. Then I'm going to make my point. Then I take this hole, line it up with my point, line up my lines, and I go to 90 degrees right here. 90 degrees is the same both ways. So then I'm going to connect them. And there is my 90-degree angle. What else can I do? Put the little square there so that way I know. All right, I'm going to do 2 more with you, and then I'm going to have you try the rest by yourself. Number 23. Number 23 is 7 degrees. So first things first, I'm going to make my line. Now notice all my angles go to the right, but you can make it go the other way. If I make my line and I put my point this way, if you're like, no way, I don't want to do that, don't change it. I put my point there. I'm going to line my hole up with my point, line my protractor up, and now I'm just starting on this side. So I'm starting at 0, and I'm going 1, 2, 3, there's 5, 6, 7. So I put my little plot down. Okay, then I'm going to connect my points. Now, I'm not going to draw all the way over because there's this plastic liner here, but I can draw it this far, and that right there is 7 degrees. Okay, if you're like, no way, do it the other way, that's totally fine. Remember, 7 degrees is going to look small because it is small. Number 24. I'm just going to bump it right over here so I have enough space. Number 24. I'm going back to my old ways. I can't switch too easily. So there's my point. Line up the hole with the point. Line up the line. Okay. Alrighty. Now, if I am going 125, I'm starting at 0. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 120, 130, 125 falls right in between. I've got my lines I got my points to connect the dots. Now I don't have to go all the way up there because I still have the degrees, 125 degrees. Okay, if I could ask, why don't you try doing 3? So you don't have to do all 25 through 29, but you should do 3. Do an acute one, do an obtuse one, and then pick which one's your favorite and do another one. All right, so I'm setting this to the side. You should click pause and work on that right now, and then come back and see me when you're ready. Okay, lastly, welcome back. Lastly, we are looking at what is the measure of AED, okay? AED. So, first of all, AED. All right. So we have intersecting lines. Okay, well that's good. It's giving me some things that I can run back on. So congruent means equal to. Vertical lines is a pair of opposite angles formed by two intersecting lines. They're going to be congruent. Oh, lovely. This is going to be nice. And adjacent angles have a common side. That's coming up. So what is the measure of AED? Well, if I know BEC and I use the rule of vertical angles, then I know AED is 45 degrees. Okay, we are cooking. Look at this. All right, the next one. What angle is congruent to DEC? DEC. Well, I know, and I had my straight angle right here. I know that a straight angle is equal to 180 degrees. I've got my calculator ready to rumble. Okay, so a straight angle being 180 degrees. So look, I'm going to make my straight angle right here. And they want to know what DEC is. Oh, shoot, I'll make my straight angle right here. Sorry. Okay, so 180 minus 45 equals 135 degrees. Those are supplementary angles, and that helps me out a ton. Next one, name a pair of vertical angles. Well, we just did. Angle AED is congruent to angle BEC. Notice what my vertex is, so that letter's always going to be in the middle of my angles. Name a pair of adjacent angles. Here it is. Adjacent angles have a common side and vertex. Well, they all have the common vertex, but they need to have a common side. So I'm going to go with angle AED again. AED and angle AED. They're going to share this one right here. Angle AEB. They are adjacent. Please write better than that. I just have this weird bar in my arm. Okay, so we're going to keep moving. Take this out of the way. We're pulling our next practice activities page, number 2. Okay, now notice I've got some stuff that you don't have to do for this one, so just pay attention to that. Sorry, I got my stickies ready to go. All right, let me get these out of the way. Okay, complementary angles are angles that add up to equal 90, while supplementary angles are angles that add up to equal 180. I know that this video is going a little long. You guys can move ahead without me if you want, but always check in. I know that 35, let's check with my calculator, got it sitting right over here. 35 plus 55 equals 90, so I can write that out. 35 plus 55 equals 90 degrees. And I said, write an equation to justify your answer. Okay, there's my equation. And what would it be? Complementary. Okay, next one. 117 plus 63, checking, okay, 117 plus 63 equals 180 degrees. 180 degrees is supplementary. Okay, I'm writing it short, and you can too. 19 plus 71 equals 90 degrees. 19 plus 71 equals 90 degrees, and that is complementary. Lovely. Okay, last one. Oh, I'm not even typing this into my calculator. 100 plus 80 equals 180 degrees, and that is supplementary. Okay, awesome. Next ones. Okay, don't worry, we're getting close. Next one, use the figure to the right to answer exercise 38 through 43 right here, okay? Now, looking at this, we've got a transversal line. We actually have a transversal and a perpendicular line, which a perpendicular line is a transversal. It doesn't have to be going at an angle. We have two parallel lines going right here. A and B are parallel, all right? And I know C is perpendicular to A and B because it creates that 90 degrees. Alternate interiors, remember, if they're across from that transversal, I know that they're equal. Alternate exteriors are across from that transversal, and they are exterior. Oh, here's just a quick refresher. What interior angles? All the interior angles on the inside of the parallel lines. All the angles on the outside of the parallel lines are exterior angles, and then corresponding angles are angles that are on the same side and they're congruent, which means they're equal to. And what you do is watch 3 and 7. So I'm sliding 7 up. 3 is equal to 7. One's on the interior, one's on the exterior. They're on the same side of the transversal. All right, let's get this party started. So if I'm looking, angle 5, I'm going to use my colorful markers to help me find it. Okay, so I've got, what is angle 5 equal to? Okay, well, here's some things that I know. I know angle 9, angle 10, angle 12, angle 11, angle 13, angle 14, angle 16, and angle 15. They are all equal to 90 degrees. That helps me out, okay? So if I'm looking, then angle A and B are parallel. We talked about that. Angle C is perpendicular to angle A, or line A, sorry, line C and line A. Ooh. All right, and then the last one. Angle 1 is 115. Okay, so that's what I need to know. Oh, we just did this. Corresponding angles, same side of the transversal. One's interior, one's exterior. We slide it down. Angle 5 equals 115. Oh, I hope you got to that faster than me. It's okay if you didn't. But now we're like, okay, we're cooking. Here we go. Now I'm looking at angle 8. Well, here's what I'm looking for. This is 180 degrees. So that's a straight angle. So I know 180 minus 115 is equal to 65. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm looking at angle 16. Well, I already know that, right? Because all of these equal 90. If one of them equals 90, this equals 90, this equals 90, this equals 90, because they all have to add up to equal 360. Same thing over here. So angle 16 is 90 degrees. Oh yeah, here we go. Name 5 pairs of corresponding angles. So corresponding angles, let me just take it back. It's the one where they are, one's an interior angle, one's an exterior angle, and they're on the same side of the transversal. So we've got to name our pairs. We're going to use a semicolon to go in between them. Here we go. I know angle 9 and angle 13. Angle 9 and, well, let's just say is congruent to angle 13 and their corresponding angles. Next one, here we go. I got angle 9, angle 13, angle 12, and angle 16. Beautiful. Okay, I gotta do 5 of these. Oh boy. Okay, well, I can. Angle 1 and angle 5. Alright, and so that means angle 4 and angle 8. Okay, I just need one more now. Okay, how about 2 and 6? You can pick your own for that one. I mean, you could pick your own for any of these, but you got to make sure that they're on the same side of the transversal. and have that little slide down action, right? That's how we know that they're equal. Congruent. Okay, so last two on this page and we're good. Name 3 pairs of alternate interior angles. Okay, so alternate interior angles. Let me pull back my sticky. Alternate interior angles. Name 3 pairs. So I'm going to go with 4 and 6. This one goes across the transversal. So angle 4, angle 6, and angle 4. And I need to do 3 of them. Okay, so 6 and 4. Got that. Angle 3 and angle 5. Got that. All right, let's go 12 and 14. Angle 12 and angle 14. All right, be a little neater than I am on that one. This bar is just running in my arm. Name 3 pairs of alternate exterior. So let me get that. Oh, where are you? Alternate exterior angles on the outside. So on the outside and across the transversal. Angle 1 and angle 7. Ooh, can you guys see the sun came back out? All right, so I got that one and that one. We'll go the opposite. Angle 2 and angle 8. And then one more. How about this? 10 and 16. Not making that mistake again. And angle 16. Awesome. All right, last one to pull out. Here we go. All right, so we have gone through all of our vocabulary words in the past other pages. So knowing what we know and knowing what we have, let's work through these last ones. All right. I've got my separate sheet of paper just in case I need to draw it out, and you can do the same. Okay, so line AB is perpendicular to line PQ. Are points AB and Q collinear? Let me draw it out so I can see. Here's my line. You should have gone with that other line, but okay. So I've got line AB is perpendicular to, so that means 90 degrees. We're going to go straight through here. Is perpendicular to line PQ. Are they collinear? Well, are they on the same line? No. Right? If it was line AB and PA, then you could say lines A and B are collinear, but no, they will never be because they're two separate lines that are intersecting each other. Okay, and to show your work, there is my work. So I'll just label this number 52. Okay, next one. Angle FGH is bisected. Bisected means it comes right in the middle. It's cut in half, right? You do bisecting in science. You cut the frog right in the middle. Was that you guys or 8th grade? Blech. Either way, I did not come downstairs that day. All right, bisected to form FGK and HGK. All right, well, let's do that. Ooh, angle FGK is 125 degrees. What kind of angle is FGH? FGH is bisected. Okay. Oh, wow, that's going to be a big angle, isn't it? Okay, so let me start with my line. Here's my point. If FGK is 125 degrees, I line up my point, I line that up, I'm going, here's my 125. Oh, can you guys see that? Okay, good. So I connect my dots. That is 125, okay? So FGH, this is FGK. FGH is bisected to form FGK. So then that means that line is right there because it's bisected. And this is H. So it'd be FGH is bisected Okay, I didn't draw this right, but what kind of angle is FGH? That's the reflex. Let me show you. Let me show you why I didn't draw this right. Because if it's bisected, that means this line right here cuts it right in the middle. So, if that is there, then 125 degrees, there's that. Oh, how do I do this? 25 degrees needs to be here. Okay. There's my H, because if it's bisected and it's cut right down in the middle, this is 125 degrees too. So, FGH is a reflex angle. Wow, whew. That's a lot of work. All right, number 53. There's where I show my work. Okay, next one. Angle L is the complement. Okay, so I'm thinking what complement means. Oh, they complement each other. Complement equals 90 degrees. Sometimes you just got to write that stuff down to help yourself. Angle L is the complement of angle M. Angle L is 3x minus 15, and angle M is x. What is the actual measure of angle L? Okay, well, I've got my formula. 90 degrees is equal to 3x minus 15 plus x, right? Because angle L plus angle M. Let me step back. 90 degrees is equal to angle L plus angle M. Then I went and plugged those things in. Sorry, I jumped ahead. Okay, so now I'm going to put my like terms together. If there's no number in front of it, that's a 1. So I have 4x minus 15. 90 is equal to 4x minus 15 plus 15 plus 15. Okay. So I have 105 equals 4x. Isolate my unknown. So 105 divided by 4 is equal to, so x is equal to 26.25. They want to know what angle L is, so I'm going to plug it right back in. So I have 3 times 26.25 minus 15. 3 times 26.25 equals minus 15. Angle L equals 63.75. Look out, because that's where all the decimals are coming from. All right, last but not least. Oh my gosh, not last but not least. Okay, we've got 3 more. Man, this is a long video. Sorry, guys. Angle T and angle W form a linear pair. Angle W is equal to, or is 18 degrees greater than twice angle T. What is the measure of angle T? Okay, so I'm going back, I'm looking through, I'm looking at my book just to refresh myself what a linear pair is. Okay, linear pair. Are you guys doing the same thing, or do you have it? You're like, oh yes, I know what a linear pair is. Linear pair.